Hi, this is Manesh Patel from Ichimoku Trade. Today we're going to go for a monthly Middle East update so we could cover all the countries in the Middle East. Let's get going. Here's our normal disclaimer to basically state this is for education use only. We're not soliciting to buy or sell any particular instrument. If you do so, you're doing that at your own risk. We are broker neutral, basically we support all the various charting platforms out there, but we will be using eSignal today to display everything. Here is our information. If you have any questions, you could email us there. Let's go straight to the charts. And here. So this is basically the Saudi Arabia market on a weekly basis, and you can see here right now that basically you have a bullish setup right now. However, the probabilities of that bullish setup are going to be very, very low, and the reason why you have all these resistances here that basically are there. So there's a major resistance here. Let's just move it up to about right there. So there's a major resistance right at 7,000 and then another one at 72.29. So these two resistances it has to conquer in order for it to go up. And the probability of doing that is going to be pretty much low. If you look at this on the monthly time frame, this actually would be a bearish trend. This little upward movement here would just be a pullback. Not even a bullish setup at all on the monthly. So your monthly right now is controlling everything here. There's a high probability now that we're going to get to this support right there, which is roughly around 63.10. Is pretty much where the probability is going to be to get to that level. Next you have is the Dubai market here. You can see the Dubai market had a chance to sit there and go up. You could see here you had a bullish setup here, but never really went anywhere at all. Kind of consolidated here right at this resistance right there, and you could see that was a major resistance from these squares right here in the past. So this right here was a major resistance here. It cannot break. And until it breaks this resistance here, the Dubai market will not go up at all. Okay, so that's basically the level there for the bullish side. As far as the support, this is a support here. So you could see that there's two parts of ranges in here. The very first one's from 34.63 to 37.42. Now what it's done is enter the lower part of the consolidation pattern, which is basically 30.99 to 34.63. So this has a high probability of trying to get to this 30.99. However, it's not going to be a straight shot down, reason why price is in the cloud, so it's going to look probably ugly to get to that downward process. Here, this is Abu Dhabi. This looks a little better than the Dubai market, believe it or not. It's consolidated, but at least it's above the cloud here, not even trying to get in the cloud and so forth, it is in the cloud. If you look here, there's a support here roughly around 44.71 it's holding. However, there's some other supports too. There's tons of support in this whole thing here. The key one right now is basically the 44.43 is a major support there. And then if you look at the resistances, this thing has to sit there and start to get above this level right there at 46.38. But it's not doing that at all. A lot of the reason why a lot of these Middle East countries are going down is due to oil. It really hasn't affected Abu Dhabi that much compared to basically Saudi and Dubai. Here is the Kuwait market on a weekly time frame. You can see it has a bullish setup here, and this thing's been taking too long to sit there and break out. Really hasn't done that at all. So now the odds are against it completely to pretty much go bullish. Major resistance is going to be right there, and believe it or not, there's a major support right there. So there's a little consolidation area right here. This thing will probably consolidate to try to get below this cloud here. So I think we're going to consolidate into July, and if we do, and July right here we're below the cloud, this thing can set up to go bearish and retest that low. So this is getting a little dangerous here for the Kuwait market, where it really needs to sit there and start to make a move to go up. If it doesn't, this consolidation pattern could sit there and lead into a high probabilities of it retesting the low, which they probably don't want to see at all. Lastly, we're going to cover the Bahrain market. The reason why is this has been pretty interesting. Not a lot of people have been talking about it. Look at this straight shot going down here. I mean, this was a nice move going down. Then it kind of popped up here, formed a higher low here, came up here, and then it set up for a bullish setup here, and then broke out with vengeance here. And then look what happened. It stopped here a little and then came to here. This basically, it came and held this major resistance level here, which was pretty much a support. It broke just to go everything to the downside. Now basically it's being held by this support here at 1304. So this is going to be very, very critical to kind of see exactly what this thing does. But this thing it's got some signs of being a bullish nature, believe it or not, by holding this. So if you sit there and assume that you're going to go bullish and just have your stop a little below that support right there, your risk to reward could be really, really good, because this thing, if it holds a support here, does have a high probability to retest that and to pretty much keep on going to a point it'll come into this ugly mess here in this consolidation pattern, and could also be, believe it or not, come all the way back up here to 1471. So we have to kind of monitor to see exactly what's going to happen here. But if we look at this is a big retracement here of this big downward move here, and notice how long it took the downward move to occur, and this upward move has occurred in a short amount of time. And it's typically opposite, where going up it takes longer and going down it takes shorter. But this market's being basically defying it. Not a lot of people have been talking about it, but Bahrain's doing really good there, and you guys could see that from the charts. Okay, that's it for this month. If you guys have any questions, feel free to email us.